day everybody, my name is Stefan Ferreira. I'm a chemical consultant for Chem, division of Trading. Now today I want to talk a bit about unstable formations and clays in the air percussion industry. Looking at those loose formations while drilling, high concentration foams, everything that works. But when we start looking at stabilized foam, we start looking at our polyacrylomite. Now it doesn't matter which one you use, you're just going to use less of the one than the other one. So if we look at loose formations, we have our say F650 or Drolvers, they all look the same. This is a polyacrylomite long chain. And then you have your liquid polymers, everybody should know. You get the cheaper ones, the more expensive ones, but they're all the same. It's just dependent on, you will use less of the one than the other one. We usually prefer to go with the powders because you're going to use a lot less, so that's very cost effective. It takes a bit longer to mix, but I will show you shortly how to make it very easy to apply to the field. And as well, your powder polymers, when you have to go to areas where you have very hard waters or brackish waters, your powders always works. Liquid polymers, they get kicked out most of the time, it flocculates, doesn't work out very efficiently. And also your powder polymers, well, they have a very high charge. The higher the charge, the longer your flocculation and better the flocculation will take place. All right, here on we'll see our two samples. Now the one on the left is purely fresh water. Now I'm going to show you how it will look if we would just introduce your powder polyacrylomite. In this case it's the F650. See, it will stay right there on top, and as soon as you start mixing it, it can sometimes create little lumps, and this product will take with slow mixing, and it takes time to hydrate. Will take about say 45 minutes to an hour to completely hydrate. Alright, so the one on the right you can see is already mixed. That took in about an hour. It's already literally high viscosity. And the best way to mix this on site will be to, if we look at our concentrations we want to use, will be at 200 grams. I mean, we'll go on moles. We will use 200 moles of your dry powder and mix it into a 25-liter drum, all right? And you can mix that and let it stand. It can stand overnight. Before they want to use it, they can just give the drum a good shake. There will be no lumps, everything will be clear like I showed you here. At high viscosity. And then that drum can be mixed into your 1,000 liters of water. So it will react quickly, directly, and you will get the viscosity you need, because on that concentrations, your viscosity will be perfect to then add your foam, your concentration of foam. They must be mixed together, and so that cross-link can take place. And at the end of the day, you will then get a sludge foam. Now what that sludge foam is going to do for you is with your pebbles, your conglomerates in between your pebbles, that sludge foam with your polyacrylomite actually seals that off. So it doesn't, your pump doesn't blow out your particles, so later on you have those pebbles coming down on your drill bit and your hammer and you get stuck. So the sludge foam gives you that type of reaction. You'll even hear your compressor kicking back a bit, and that is what we want. So that's when you can start drilling a gun barrel hole. So the next sample I will show you is also when you drill with AF650 or any of these polyacrylamides, is you will use it when you know you're going to drill clay and loose formation, both of them. So in other cases, clay spurs, I would only use if I have problems with clay. But if I know I'm going to get areas with loose formations and sometimes I get problems with clay, I will go to like AF650 or any other polyacrylamide. And the sample I will show you now is what it actually does with clay in conjunction with your F650. All right. All right, guys, here on the right side we have our F650, our long chain polyacrylamide, already pre-mixed. So, and here on the left side we have our bentonite clay, sodium marylonite, highly water sensitive, already prehydrated in our fresh water. So this is basically your mud system, your sludge you will have on the ground. as soon as you enter that. Now this is some of our polyacrylamide, and we're going to introduce this to that system here. And slowly but surely we'll start seeing flocculation taking place, where our polyacrylamide flocculates our clay. You can see from the top as well from the side, you will see your flocculation taking place, where your clay particles is then separated from your water as we go. And that helps with very superior hull cleaning as we do air percussion, as well as it seals off our clay platelets, so our water molecules cannot enter and the clay cannot then react, which will help for, can I say, a more superior hull and a more gun barrel.